Good afternoon. It is a Wednesday, the 16th of June, and I am exhausted, y'all. We had a team building day yesterday out in the woods, and it was great. It was wonderful to see people outside in the sunlight. But there's this concept called raikas ilmamyrkytys in Finnish, which is basically being poisoned by fresh air. You know that feeling when you go out into the woods for at least hours, sometimes for days, and when you come back you're just exhausted, and at least I get this sort of slightly hungover feeling. Yeah, that. This is exactly where I am today. So I don't actually want to be doing anything. Not work, not sewing, certainly not stretches. Nothing, no. I just want to go back to bed and sleep. And considering that I spent much of last night having a delayed allergic reaction to all the smoke I inhaled yesterday, because we had a nice little bonfire, and we made food on the bonfire, and it was very, very nice. But I also inhaled a lot of smoke, so today my eyes are slightly not runny, but like sore. Something like that. My throat is a little bit dry, and I keep sneezing a lot all the time, so that's fun. So anyway, and also my legs were sore because I biked a long way to get there, and then I biked a long way to get back. So now, anyway, I'm sure you are here to hear me talk about or complain about all of my ailments. Anyway, the situation with my sewing currently is that I have gotten the Upton maxi skirt to a place where I have a zipper put in. All of my inside seams are done. My inside waistband has been turned up by the amount of the seam allowance all around and pinned to the outside waistband, and now I just need to sew all along this edge. Then I need to sew the waistband in at both edges on the next to the what is this thing called? Zipper. And after that, I think it's all down to the hemming. I just need to hem the skirt, and after that it should all be done. Oh, I also need to probably I can't remember actually the actual instructions. I'm gonna go get them in a second. But I probably need to top stitch or stitch in the ditch the waistband in place, and after that it should all be done. I hope. I really hope, because otherwise I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Anyway, I'm gonna go do that. Well, first I'm gonna go back to work for a couple of hours, but after that I'm going to go do that. And then we'll see what we can see about making things happen. I really need to be I really want to be working on the Zadie jumpsuit, but I think I told you in the last video about my leather coat and the restoration slash update project that I'm doing this summer on that. And in order for me to be able to do that, in order for me to not wind up with my pajamas linted all over again, I kind of want to make like a work apron for myself. So there's Tessuti Fabrics has this apron that I really like, and I got myself, while I ordered myself some what is it called, supplies for the leather coat to for the lining and so on. I also ordered myself a bit of cotton twill. It is very densely woven cotton twill. Very simple, very pretty. And I think I would really like that as a work apron for. Okay, I ran out of space on my memory card there, so cut off while I was speaking. But what I was saying is that this fabric is going to become a work apron, and that's going to be good. I just need to decide whether I want to start working on it immediately after I'm done with the Upton maxi skirt, or if I want to make the Zadie jumpsuit a reality before then. In any case, the Upton maxi skirt needs to become a thing as soon as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do now. It's time to start sewing. I will see you on the other side. The zipper sides have been sewn. The waistband is in. The seam inside is finished. Now, the next thing I need to do is press the waistband so that it's all neat and tidy and good. And then I need to, so the instructions tell me to pin it, but what I am going to do is I'm going to use Wonder Tape and settle it in place so that if I am stitching in the ditch, I can be absolutely certain that the that there's actually going to be something on the other side, because that was a major bummer on the Harrison shirt, was that I kept sort of sewing slightly off. That did not feel good, because then I had to redo it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So anyway, first press, then Wonder Tape, and then finally stitch in the ditch. And then after that, there's only the hemming to be done. And then I have a skirt. A skirt with pockets. I'll see you on the other side. Good evening. It is Sunday the 20th of June, and it is hot. So very, very hot. It's currently, I think, about 30 degrees Celsius, which is very hot for Finland. It is not enjoyable, especially since Finland doesn't really do air conditioning. Like, it's only just recently started that we're starting to see air conditioning, and that's, yeah. So anyway, for the imperial measurements, it's in the 80s. Mine says 82, my app, 82 to 84, something like that. And that is far too high. Far too high. I do not recommend. I've done a little bit of sewing today already while I was working on other things, basically. And that led me to having a marked up leather coat for the raising of the waistline on in the back of my coat, and that is very good. I also need to raise basically all of it, the waistline everywhere except the buttons. So that's fun. But it's gonna be fine. It's about 5 centimeters, 2 inches in the very deepest point of where it needs to be raised. And that's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. I probably should add, well, 2 slivers in the back so that I can have the middle center back seam there. We'll see. Maybe I need to go back for another piece of leather or something. I don't know yet. But we'll see. We'll see what the situation is there. So yeah, that was that was sweaty work, let me tell you. Wearing a winter coat in very, very warm weather when you're already sweating through your shirt. This is the second shirt that I'm wearing today because I already sweated through the first one and it was getting too uncomfortable for words. So anyway, on top of that, last night I sewed the stitch in the ditch portion of the waistband on the Upton maxi skirt, and it didn't go quite as planned. There were some places where the bottom bottom layer didn't get caught. I think those were the points where I neglected to put any of the Wonder Tape on, which was a mistake on my part, but it's not like I can take it back now. So what I've been doing is I've been hand sewing those places where it didn't get caught on the machine stitching so that I don't have to do it again. And after that, I need to add the hook and eye at the very top so that there's no gaping at the very start of the zipper. And after that, I think all that's left is hemming, and that would be nice. Yeah. So I am going to go do the hand sewing now, and I can't make the lighting work, so I'm not even going to try. So I will see you on the other side after I've finished the waistband and the hook and eye. And yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it for us for now. I am going to try my best to get the hemming done today as well. It's already past 6 p.m. so maybe not, but I'm going to try my best because I really want to finish this skirt this week and then move on to other things. I think I think that the next thing that I make is probably going to have to be the apron, because I need one. So there's that. And also, Muna and Broad came out with a robe just when I need one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to have to push that ahead of the Zadie jumpsuit that I really want to make, but I desperately need that robe because sauna season is very much here. And honestly, in the winter it's fine because so when you come out of the sauna, your skin is still going to be slightly damp no matter how much you towel off, because the whole bathroom is steamy, to put it, well, accurately. The whole bathroom is going to be steamy. So your skin is slightly damp, but in the winter it doesn't really matter because the air is so dry that you'll dry off by the time that you reach your wardrobe. So you don't actually need a robe. In the summer though, with the humidity rising and rising and rising, that's a different story. So I would love to be able to hang out on the couch without putting clothes on for a while after the sauna. But that seems infeasible while I'm still without a robe that actually closes, because apparently fat girls don't wear robes or something. I've never actually understood why companies don't actually provide people with things they need that they're willing to give them money for. So I'm gonna make my own, especially since Muna and Broad came out with a pattern that is fabulous and exactly what I needed. So I ordered a bit of linen waffle fabric to make that happen, and it's going to be great. Oh, I'm sorry. So that might have to go in front of the Zadie jumpsuit as well, but I want a jumpsuit, y'all. I really, really, really want one, and one day I will make that jumpsuit a thing that exists in this world, and it will be glorious. Anyway, I will go do some hand sewing now, and after that I am going to write a blog post, because that is the last thing that I have planned for today, and after that I can choose however I want to spend my evening. But now, sewing. Okay, so I massively underestimated the amount of hand sewing that I needed to do and the time that I had in which to do it in. So here we are. I am about halfway through the last point where my machine stitching did not catch, and it is not gonna get done tonight. That's just the fact. It's almost 11 p.m. I really should be asleep by now, but it is very hot, and I only just finished my blog post that I needed to get done tonight. So there is that. And And yeah, so things are moving. They're not moving nearly as fast as I would like them to, but things are moving. So that's admirable, I suppose. I also bought a pattern, well, 2 patterns for joggers and a batwing sweater. It's made out of the same fabric as hoodies. Some sort of knit. I'm not sure what the word is in English. In Finnish, the term for the fabric is college. Just college fabric. And when you make a shirt that is not a hoodie, it is called a college shirt. And if you make joggers out of it, it's called a college pant. College pants. Why is pants in plural in English? That is weird. Anyway, so I bought a fabric for creating those garments from a YouTuber called Craftpreneur. I think so. Something like that. Because I actually really like her YouTube channel. And the set was really cute. So I figured I've got a massive roll of this orange starred fabric under my table here. And I've been looking for a matched set that I could make. And if not a matched set, then I could at least try to find separates where I could make them into a thing. So now I have this pattern that I could use to make a set that was designed to be worn together. And I kind of like that idea. And maybe someday I will get around to it, because it's starting to feel like I'm just filling up my work queue with all these different projects that I am going to love, like unabashedly, but somehow I am also going to have to find time to actually make all of it. So there is that. And it's not like I'm not also trying to edit a novel, read a couple novels and other, well, the one that I'm reading right now is a non-fiction book for a friend. And it is all just getting to be quite a lot.
you know? There's so much to do every day. And I keep piling on tasks when I'm on top, because there's so much more that I actually want to be doing on top of the things that I am already doing. And basically what I'm saying is that it's just a recipe for overwhelm. And that's not great for anyone. But here we are. And here's the waistband that is coming together one stitch at a time, and no matter how much I want to make it go faster, I cannot. So I might as well enjoy the ride. Because it's not like I can make this thing happen with a running stitch, because it's all thick enough that I need to, whoops, that I need to push it through one at a time, one stitch at a time, because otherwise the stitches will become very long, and that's not great. So this is the time that I have to take a moment, breathe, and just be in the moment, because if I'm not, I will go awry in my sewing, and well, this is what that looks like. Not the neatest stitching. Not by a long shot. Not that, I mean, it's a bit neater over here. But yeah, I could use the practice, is what is happening here. So that's good. And with that cheerful thought, I think it is time to end this particular vlog. And, you know, if you like this vlog, like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you next Thursday. Hi, it's me again. I came back to tell you that I finished the waistband. There are no more gaps anywhere. It's all sewn down and attached. And now I just need to add the hook and eye to the top of the zipper here, so that it doesn't do this gaping thing, so that it's gonna be like this or something like it. What is going on here? But that is going to have to be tomorrow, as will the hemming. The hemming is this thing that I am still missing. And after that, it's a skirt. And now I will go try and sleep, even if it's hot. Hot, so hot. I can't even come up with a metaphor because it's so hot. I am Finnish. I am not made for this heat. I'll see you tomorrow. Or, next Thursday. Whatever.